How's it going, guys, and welcome back to ABTFM YouTube channel. And today we are back with the season 3 of the Football Talk. So this is a show where me and a guest will be talking about his favorite club and football in general. So in this season, we are mainly doing a recap of the season. So joining me today to kick off the 3rd season of Football Talks is an FM content creator, and he does tactics video, Wonder Kids video, and he has over 3.5k subscribers on YouTube. So let's welcome TookaJobs. So how's it going, man?
How you doing, buddy? You alright? Everything's good?
Yes.
Yes, I'm
good.
TookaJobs. Obviously, you've heard what kind of videos that I do. I stream as well. I haven't been streaming for long, but that's also available. And as you can see by the Football Top, supporter of Nottingham Forest. And
yes.
If you want to know my real name, it's Callum. So
Callum. Alright, but we're just going to call you Tooka throughout this show. Yep, is that alright?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so let's just start with your favorite club, Nottingham Forest. Yeah.
Yes.
I just this question might sound a little bit stupid, but then why Forest? Why not Derby? Why not Sheffield United? Yeah. Why Forest?
You should say that because obviously a lot of people when supporting a team, it's either down to glory supporting or it's who the dad supported. Either or. And my dad was a massive Forest fan. And at the time, we pretty much lived on the border of Nottingham and Derby when I was born. The Derby hospital was closer to where we were, where my mum obviously was having me in labour. But my dad was adamant about going all the way to Nottingham, so I had Nottingham on my birth certificate. He says, my son is not being born in Derby.
Okay.
and it all stemmed from there.
So. Yeah. That's the same case to me as well, because like back in Malaysia, actually like English Premier League, it's like such a big league in Malaysia because of the time. Like the game time is actually more suitable for Malaysian to watch the game. And then my dad, he's just like a massive Liverpool fan. So that's why he just tell me like, oh, how amazing Liverpool is. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm now a Liverpool fan as well. So I totally understand like why Forest for you. Yeah. So, and then the next question will be, when did you start supporting them?
I'll probably say my earliest memory, probably not the greatest memory to be fair, of Forest, but because I was born at the time when Forest was slowly starting to decline, as they would say.
Okay.
My dad has all the stories of the great times, of the Champions League wins and everything like that. But I was born at a time when they were slowly dropping. They weren't doing so well. And my earliest memory was the 8-2 or 8-1 thrashing by Manchester United, and we ended up going down that season. Was it 98 or 99? Can't remember. It was one of them. But Manchester United ended up winning like 8 goals. And I think Solskjaer came on and banged it load. It was awesome. So that's my earliest memory. Actually, sitting by the radio with my dad, listening to that match, fuming.
I mean, like, you are a true fan, man. You just like follow Nottingham Forest all the way, right?
Yes, I've been with them when they got relegated down to League One, when they got back promoted.
Yes.
They're a very hard team to support.
Yeah. Is there any interesting story, like your first game to like watching Forest play?
First ever game. Ooh. Talking years now, because my dad was always taking me. I'd say my dad was a massive fan.
Yeah.
But if I can remember right, I can't remember a really old game.
Obviously, like this season, you can't go into
Tell
the
you
stadium.
what, it was in League One.
Yeah,
it was in League One. Obviously, I know there was matches before that, but I distinctly remember this match because my dad ended up running onto the pitch.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. He got banned and everything, but we had a striker. We had a striker at the time called David Johnson. He was a little striker, dreadlocks, and I remember him scoring. I think it was the first game of the season. To be fair, if I remember right, and he was banned for the rest of the season. He was wounded, but he ended up scoring, and then my dad went running on, picked him up. David Johnson picked him up, gave him a hug, and then got ushered off. And I was told to leave with it. So.
Totally worth it? Like, even you get banned, totally worth it.
I never got banned. I never did. I got banned, so I carried on going with my uncle.
Yep. Okay.
So I think that was the earliest game I can remember.
Yeah. Wow, that's really, really interesting, man. All right. All right, let's just move on to the next question. So, this season, from a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your team performance? I feel like probably you have to separate it between Sabri and Chris. So, yeah.
Yeah. If it was Lamucci, I'm going to say obviously a 1. He lost the first 5 games, if I believe. That's obviously the reason why he got sacked.
Yep.
And I feel sorry for Houghton. He came in, and it's hard coming into a team when you can't buy players and you can't bring the players in that you want at the start of the season. You haven't had pre-season with them. You're basically trying to work with players that aren't yours. It's like on Football Manager. You get the game, you start the game. How long does it take before that team is actually yours? I mean, you understand it takes a long time. So in his numbers, I would say 4. It would have been lower, but because he was a new manager coming in and he didn't get the chances of time with the team, it would have been a 2. Because we were dreadful. We were dreadful. From literally just missing out on playoffs last season to finishing where we were, and the results that we had. And I'm pretty sure none of the strikers scored above 6 goals. I think our highest scorer was 6 goals, and that's just shameful. Yes. Should not be having that. And Graben is definitely disappointed this season.
Yep. Yeah, that's where I have these stats right here. So throughout the whole season, 12 wins, 16 draws, 18 losses, and then scored 37 goals, conceded 45 goals, and then in total 52 points. In terms of the scoring record, it's actually quite terrible. Like what you said just now, like strikers actually can't finish, they can't score goals. However, defensive record is actually not that bad. Like in terms of defensive record, it's actually 5th in the championship. Yeah.
Oh, that's the goalkeeper. Really great signing. Great signing. Lovely. I think he's brilliant. It's a shame that he's had no fans this season, because I think he's a goalkeeper that works off the fans. He gets adrenaline from them, and it makes him a better goalkeeper. And I think a lot of teams. It's a weird season. I think a lot of teams.
It's a really weird season. Yeah.
Yeah. They haven't had, when you got fans, when you got 50,000, 40,000, 30,000 people watching, it elevates your game. And teams haven't had that. We've noticed it in the Premier League. We noticed it everywhere. That everyone doesn't. It's been weird. And and I think that's played a part in it. No one's got the urge to impress the crowd because there isn't any.
But how does the UK people actually cope with this? Because like obviously football is like a huge culture in UK. You know.
Well, you just try and get as much TV as possible. Get as much football on TV as possible. If you're supporting a lower league team, they're not on TV as much. Obviously, if you're not subscribed to their team page, you can't watch them. They don't often get as many TV time as the bigger clubs. So what I do is I just watch the bigger clubs. It's the end of the day. It's good football. So if I can't watch Forest, then I'll try and watch the big teams.
Yep.
That's
all right.
Basically what I do.
Yep. All right. So moving on, let's just talk about Chris Houghton. Like what do you think of this manager?
Again, he needs a full season. He didn't get it. We've got pre-season now. He can see the players that he's got. He can do the training that he wants, sort out the tactics that he wants to do, bring in players that he wants. The biggest disappointment, and we'll probably talk about this later, was Knockout.
Yes.
Okay. I could see where he was coming from, but he didn't do it. And that's the thing with Forest. It's weird because we have players that don't do well. Then they move to another team and do incredible. You've seen it. You've seen it with Antonio. Incredible. He's been amazing for West Ham, Antonio. And other players. I remember Chris Commons. Chris Commons in League One. Obviously, got promoted. Then he left and went to Derby. He did incredible. Forest have got a bad track record of not producing great football from the players until they leave. I think if he's given a full season, given money, he needs to let go of some deadwood now. Graben, like I say, Eganti has scored 5 goals, 6 goals. He needs to go. He's on a lot of money for what he is, and once he goes, it'll free up some money and hopefully free up some space for younger. Not, I won't say better because he's a quality striker.
He's actually really good striker for Championship. To be fair,
it's just not working. I don't think Houghton's football was working for him.
Yeah, because like obviously Chris Houghton, he's like a manager like basically built the team from scratch. You see his history with especially Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton.
Spending 5 years just building a team from like a lower league team all the way to Premier League. And then after the first season he got sacked, but then I don't really think that like you can't say Chris Hughton is a bad manager, man. Right?
No, it's hard because when you get promoted in the Championship, you go promoted into the Premier League, you're expected to go down.
Yes.
You haven't got the players, you haven't got the money the other teams have been in there for years. And when they do go down, the managers get sacked. But it's not fair. It's not fair. But then you've got the story with Pearson, with Leicester. Same thing happened to him. But the season after that, or was it 2 seasons after that, they ended up winning the league. So it's
Ranieri came in and then did an amazing job, and then Leicester just lived the trophy. So in next season prediction, like what do you expect? What do you expect from Chris Hughton or like the whole club?
Right, if they get the financial backing, I'm gonna say we need defenders because Dawson obviously isn't playing there. We need strikers. We need a whole, not a whole new team, but we need to kind of build and trust what Hughton wants to do.
Yep.
Hopefully he doesn't bring in players like Knockout because that didn't work. It's all right going to players that you trust, but at the same time, you bring in players that Knockout wasn't the same player as he was for Brighton. He wasn't. He's not anymore.
Yeah, he wasn't.
And obviously, that's the reason why he doesn't play in the Premier League. It's not good enough.
Yeah,
and it's a shame that it didn't work for him. But I think if he gets the money, gets the backing, gets the team, gets the tactics right, I'm gonna say, I'm not even gonna say playoffs. I'm gonna say I'm gonna be truthful and say just outside playoffs would be an improvement, and then the season after that, playoffs.
Like mid-table finish would be good.
Yeah,
for next season. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. I actually realized that Nottingham Forest signed a lot of players last summer, like a lot of players. So I feel like probably it's like the team cohesion or like the I don't know, maybe everyone just come in and then they can't really know each other because like obviously it's COVID and then you can't really train a lot with the play. I mean, not train a lot. You can't really hang out with the players. You can only meet each other during the training session. So probably that's not good enough for like in terms of the team bonding and such. Yeah, and then bringing in so many new faces, you're just your man management is going to be really, really good to just like stick everyone together, right?
It's getting all these players in, and every time you play football, the way I see football is you pick your best 11, you get your best 11, and then you play that team every week. And if one's injured, you swap one. You don't swap 3, you don't swap 4, you don't change 5 players every game. You need to get your best 11 quick, get it at the start of the season, and then only switch 1 or 2 players if you need to. And that's the problem with Forest. They've never really done that. We've always spent the first half of the season checking out every player they've got in the club, when sometimes it's very clear who the best players are.
Yep.
But because all the players have been there for so long, or they might be high in stature at the club, you feel obligated to play them, but they're not good enough anymore. But he needs to enforce authority, I think.
So in terms of the transfer, how would you rate it?
Transfers?
Yes.
Tell you what, Garner, great transfer, great loan, great player. All right, he'll be the standout. You asked that question later. But apart from that, they haven't been great. They've not been great. And I know, tell you what, if Sombalonga's going on free, I wouldn't mind him back. I wouldn't mind bringing Sombalonga back. He's still young. He didn't do great for Middlesbrough, but I think he'll be happy if he could come back to Forest. I would have him back.
Yep. Okay, then I think we'll just move on to the best and the worst in this season. So let's just start with like the happy one. So let's start with best moment of the season. What's your best moment of the season?
Oh, there isn't one. There isn't one. It's been a very bad season. There isn't one. It's been a bad season. Chris Hughton is a good manager. That's a highlight. I could say that's a positive highlight, bringing him in. Obviously, he hasn't had a great time this season, but I still think it's positive that he's come in. Again, there's been a lot of draws, man. There's been we didn't lose to Derby. That's a highlight. We didn't lose to Derby this season. That's always a win. I've always said I don't care where we finish in the league as long as we finish above Derby.
That's the mentality you have like against your rival, isn't it? Like everyone will want that. So probably that's the best moment of the season. But I mean, Derby actually had quite a bad season as well.
Yeah. Tell you what, the best moment would have been Derby going down if they did.
Yeah. Yes.
But they were very lucky.
They were really lucky, man. really lucky. I was looking at the league table when they're playing. Obviously, I wasn't watching the game, but they were like so lucky. I was at one point I was like, okay, Derby is going down. Like next season, we're just going to see them in League One. But then they actually managed to stay in Championship.
All Rotherham had to do was win one of the 3 games they had in hand. They had 3 games in hand, and they only had to win one, and they would have gone down, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been lovely.
Yeah. So probably best moment of the season for you.
Best moment, finishing above Derby.
Yeah, finishing above Derby. Yeah, of course. And then let's talk about. I think this one would be more spice. Worst moment of the season.
Worst moment,
right?
Yeah, it's the strikers. They've been terrible. That's a massive part. It's not fun to watch. It's boring when your strikers aren't scoring goals. All right, it's all right when you're getting the odd 1 or 2 from your midfielders, from your wingers, and from your defenders. But people come to football matches, and it's the reason why the Ballon d'Or always goes to attacking players. They're the most interesting to watch. They're the most vital part. Yeah. And when they're not scoring, it's boring. And that's basically what Forest were. They were just boring and nothing. It wasn't great to watch. And it's a shame. It's one of the worst seasons in a while for Forest for me. So probably the football.
Yeah, the football. Yeah, just in general, like the football that Forest play.
It's tough. It's at the end of the day, I think the whole season's just been a big shadow over it because of COVID and everything like that. So yeah, it's just the circumstance is the worst it's been, and I can't dig at them too much because
because I look at the stats itself. Actually, like people say that Nottingham Forest need creative midfielders, right? But then the chances for the striker is actually not that bad. The quality is actually not that bad, but the striker just can't finish. Yeah.
No.
And then I don't know why. I feel like the defense actually made mistake, like I don't know, like easily. Like people can just like use a long ball and then the whole defense just
we don't have fast defenders. Right? They might be decent in the air, but they're not quick. They're not quick at all. And obviously the wing backs or the left back, right back, they get forward quite a lot and it does leave it open. And I think that's the problem with our defence. We need, tell you what, you could probably play 3 at the back and get someone who was quick just to sweep up those long balls that the guys can't get, because it's I don't know. It's tough because you want big and you want strong defenders. Yes. But at the same time, you need quick guys that can get back from those kinds of balls. And the horrible balls, it's horrible football when they play like that. But it's effective. But when it works against your team, game in, game out, all the time, you get annoyed and you think, why aren't you changing anything? Isn't there anyone that can be at the back there that can compete with pace with these strikers? No, there isn't.
All right, let's just move on to the next question. Best player in this season.
Best player was Garner. Hands
James
down.
Garner.
The Man U loan. Fantastic. Midfield maestro. Insane. Great player. Great attacking. Everything about him was fantastic. Yeah. And it's a shame that we never had him for the full season. I think we would have been a lot better off in the middle of the park with him there. Garner.
I think he actually scored quite a lot of goals as well, right? 4 goals or
4 goals?
6? Yeah, 4 goals.
I think it was 4 goals and 20 games. I think he played.
Yeah.
So
And what about Filip Krovinovic? What do you think about him? He was
the other loan, wasn't he?
Sorry?
Was he the other loan?
Yeah, the other loan. Yeah.
He was the other loan. Yeah. Well, I think he was all right, but when you're looking at Garner, he gets overshadowed. And Garner is the young local talent into is obviously from England and
yes,
from Man U.
true.
And when you say, "Oh, we've got a loan signing from Man U," everyone's like, "Yeah, how is he? What's he like?" At the same time, because you had players last season for Derby, Mount was incredible.
Mount, yes.
And the way he's come on for Chelsea this season is incredible. He's lifted the Champions League, he's in the England team. And you always think maybe when you get these youngsters from these big Premier League teams, they could be the next Mount who will be fantastic, then go back to the team and do even better. So I hope Garner, next season, Garner's going to get loaned out to a low Premier League team, I think. And we'll see how his development goes there.
And actually, right here, I have another name, Scott McKenna, the defender. What do you think about him?
He was all right. Again, he's like he reminded me of who was the German centre back that we've got. Oh, what's his name?
Is it I can't pronounce his name. Is it Halefe or?
Oh, that was it. Yes, that was it. Halefe. Yeah, something like that. I'm terrible with pronunciations of my names. He reminded me of like a slimish version of him. So he was good. You knew he was good. Again, they're coming in a little bit later, aren't they? They're not.
Yeah.
They haven't had pre-season with the teams, and you need the squad to be playing together for a long time, and it takes a lot longer than half a season to become good. Unfortunately, for Forest, when you bring in that many players, it takes a long time. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like there's a lot of like decent players in this season. For example, like the goalkeeper as well, Bryce Amber.
Yeah.
He's actually really decent. And then I feel like the defender Joe Worrell is actually doing a pretty good job as well. And
Worrell has literally taken Dawson's place.
Yeah,
they're very similar in players. I think Dawson was a little bit quicker in the younger days than Worrell, but Worrell was very good. I think being obviously at Rangers was a great move for him, obviously to learn football, and it's come back better.
Yeah. So I feel like they're still decent players, to be fair. But then it's just that probably the tactics not working out, or they're just not Chris Hughton's player.
There's a lot of so players that all got let go by lower league teams. It's like, I know Sammy Amiobi. I know he's good.
Sammy Amiobi, yes.
But again, he was let go for free for a reason. And it's those kind of transfers I don't want Forest to get into. I don't want them to go, oh, hang on a minute. Let's say Chef Wednesday are releasing this guy. Let's get him. Why? They're releasing him for a reason. He's not good enough. And hopefully Forest don't drop back into that habit of doing that next season.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So moving on to the next question. Worst player in this season?
Worst player, Knockout.
Knockout?
Totally overrated. I was excited when he first came in. Nothing like he was when he was at Leicester. Obviously, is it Fulham he actually plays for, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, Fulham obviously don't want him. That's why they've loaned him out. And Knockout, very disappointing.
But I feel like Anthony Knockout, he's always like good championship player, but then he's not the Premier League level. Like he played in Premier League, but then in Premier League he's just like meh. But then go to the Championship, he actually can do bits. Like wow, he's actually a good player.
He can do bits, but this season it felt like he did every 10 things he did wrong, he got one right. So it's the ratio is way out. You want someone that can. It's all right taking risks as long as the risks are out balancing. So you got a lot wrong to get one right, kind of thing. Knockout. It's a shame.
Yeah. And then what about Lewis Graban? Would you say he's one of the worst players in this season? Like, I mean, it's your top scorer.
Yeah, last season he was obviously a very good striker. He got the 20 goals last season, which is what everyone looks for in a striker. You get the 20-goal striker, you're going to be up there in the league. This season, I haven't got a clue. I don't know if COVID in general has affected all of these players. It has affected the training. You don't know if any of them actually caught it. It doesn't really get released if they do. And if they did, we all know that it can affect your fitness. So it could have been something in the background that hindered his performance. But again, probably changing managers wasn't a great thing. Graben worked with Lemouch's tactics.
Mm-hmm.
And
But probably not Chris
yeah,
Hughton's tactics.
probably
Yeah.
not Houghton's.
Yeah. I have a couple of names written down right here. What do you think about Cafu? The new
Cafu,
signing. Yep.
I think he was one of those players. He came in, and I'm not gonna lie, I just forgot him. I just forgot him. Like you would think you asked me that in like 3 months. Oh, what about Cafu for Forest? I'm like, he was, yeah.
But he actually played quite a lot of games for Forest, actually. Yeah, but then he was just.
is that guy that is everyone will say, oh, did you see how he played, or he played, or he played, and then no one would ever mention him.
Yeah.
But is that silent guy that just drifts around on the pitch? But yeah, he's just a player. He was a player on the pitch. That's all he was, basically.
Yeah. All right, and then another name that I have right here is actually Tyler Blackett.
I like Blackett.
Yeah.
I think he was good. I think he needs more freedom to go attacking. Definitely. I think he's big and strong as well. And sometimes you don't get that with left and right backs. They're normally small, fast, and obviously they do more attacking than defense. But it's nice. I think he's all right. I think he'll do good next season, hopefully. It was a massive shame, to be fair, right back losing Matty Cash, because again, it's been fantastic for Aston Villa. I actually watched Aston Villa because of him.
Because of Matty Cash?
Yeah, just to see him run down that right hand side, and what a season they had last season. The fact that he only went into that position because of injuries. And it turned out he becomes one of the best right backs in the league, and then moves to the Premier League a season later.
Yeah, actually, I feel like Aston Villa signed a lot of great players from the Championship. You can see Ollie Watkins as well.
Yeah,
such a brilliant signings for them. Matty Cash and Ollie Watkins. Yeah. They're actually basically picking up the best player from the Championship and put them into the Premier League, and they still can do bits, and then they did really well.
It was one of the reasons why I wanted Forest, obviously, to go through the playoffs and get promoted last season, is because I knew if we didn't, he was going. Yeah. It was going. It was incredible. Every week you're looking online, you're looking at the team of the week, and Matty Cash is there right back. Yeah. And they always kept saying it's not even his natural position. How can he be that good? And it is now. That is his position now. It's changed, and it's done what Gareth Bale did, but the opposite way around.
Yeah.
Right. Gareth Bale started as a left back. He was mediocre. He actually nearly came to Forest for about 2.5, 3.5. Yeah, he nearly came to Forest. I think it was for 2.5 or 3.5 million. He was seen to be an omen. Every time he started the game, Tottenham never won. And, but then they moved him to left wing, and well, the rest is history.
Magic happened, yes.
It's pretty similar but opposite with Cash. He was right wing, dropped back to right back, and is now playing in the Premier League.
But then there's a similar story to is it Yuri Ribeiro as well? The left back you guys have as well. I heard that rumors are saying that Yuri Ribeiro might actually leave Nottingham Forest next season.
If he does, he's also a good left back, and is probably thought Forest are struggling. I want to be somewhere who can compete. And again, he's unfortunately he got injured for quite a while as well, and I think that's what's put him off a little bit, unfortunately. And it's coming back into the squad. He's probably thinking, I've got to fight for my place. Do I want to do that? And it was the same with there was another one. We had another left back. I can't remember what his name was now, but he was good. And we actually I can't remember his name. No. It was a couple of seasons. It was a couple of seasons ago, but he had a big injury, and he was really good before the injury, and then he wasn't so good after the injury when he came back. I can't remember what his name was, but I think it's
And then the last player that I have right here is actually, I saw this. He got criticized a lot in social media. It's Ryan Yates.
Ryan Yates.
Yes. He got a lot of criticism over the social media.
Yes, I think Ryan Yates, he's one of those players. He needs to decide what he wants to do. He needs to decide, I think, if he wants to be a defensive midfielder or attacking midfielder. I don't think he's good enough to be both.
Okay.
He's not good enough to be a box-to-box. He needs to choose what he wants to do and specialise in that. And then maybe in the future he can dabble. But he's a good player, good youngster, and it's good obviously that they come through the academy. It's a good thing that Forest are good for. I like seeing academy lads come through. You got Brennan Johnson. Obviously, you had Oliver. There we go, Oliver Burke.
Oh, Oliver
That
Burke.
was it. Yes, Ollie Burke. He was another one, came through the academy, did very well, and RB Leipzig brought him. So that's a good thing about Forest. I like the fact that they give the youth a chance, and they do fairly well, to be fair. It's a shame about Tyler Walker. I thought he would have come a lot better, but I don't think is quite championship level.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I actually heard people saying that Ryan Yates is sort of like a scapegoat. Like people just criticize him, but he actually didn't do anything wrong. Like he's okay, he's not that bad, but people just say like,
again, it's being told to play different things. He's going forward when he shouldn't be going forward. He's going back when everyone's thinking, hold on, you're just forward. Are you attacking? Are you defending? And he needs to sort it out. He needs to tell his manager, hold on, I'm now let's say a holding midfielder, a ball winning midfielder. That's what I want to be. So play someone more creative with me.
Yep. Yeah, I get what you mean. I
want to go forward. I want to attack more. I want to obviously be the advanced. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like right now, Nottingham Forest doesn't really have a number 10, is it?
No. One of the best players to play in the midfield, not number 10, I would say midfield, was McKenna. Do you remember McKenna? He was the old head. Incredible. Absolutely amazing. Obviously, it was when Billy Davis was manager. And I don't think we've ever replaced him. The general in midfield, as they would say. It was incredible. But number 10, obviously, I know we've got Lolly. Again,
Joe Lolly.
Poor season. He's had a poor season this season. Yeah. He was being linked to the Premier League last season. And it didn't happen. Maybe that's annoyed him. And he's secretly hasn't got the heart for it anymore. But it's just you got some players that just have a massive drop off in stats to last season. You don't know why. So.
Yeah, actually true. Yeah, Joe Lowley was incredible last season. And then he was linked with a couple of Premier League team. But then I thought this season he actually picked up some injuries as well. So probably and then with all the COVID situation, probably it's not really fit to play more games. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe Chris Hughton doesn't really have the option, so he has to play Anthony Knockaert day in, day out.
It's tough. It's been tough for everyone. Obviously, it's a freak season. It's done now. Next season, hopefully, it'll be a bit better. The fans are back.
Yeah,
and the adrenaline can now be brought into the game again.
Yeah, and then you can go back to watch Forest play again. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. All right. I think I have just get all the content right here. Yep. I guess I'll just end the show right here, and then it was super good talking to you. Thank you, TookaJobs. Thank you for joining me today. Yeah, it was wonderful talking to you, man.
Thanks for inviting me, and hope everyone watches the video. So I'll obviously share it where I can share it as well.
Right, thank you very much. So, okay, guys, I will just link TookaJobs' social media down in the description box below, and then make sure you check out his channel as well as his stream, right? Yeah. Okay, so if you enjoy watching content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, and share it to your friends. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's ABT_FM to join the discussion of football. So yeah, once again, thank you TookaJobs, and then I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.